What's up everyone, this is Gustavo Dantas. Welcome to vlog number 4. Today I'm utilizing some new equipment, little by little, improving the quality and the sound of the videos. And I've been sharing laying the foundation for you guys of some of the concepts that I share with my students when I go to seminars. We talk about positional awareness, we talk about the window concept. And today I would like to introduce one more concept to you guys. And the name of this is called Play Jiu-Jitsu Like a Quarterback. Probably a lot of people very curious about this topic, especially for a Brazilian to be talking about football. Never played football in my life. I don't know how to throw a ball, but I've been living here. Right now we're in 2016. I've been in the United States for 17 years, and I started to adapt to the culture. And I've always been interested about football, and little by little started to learn more. And then I got hooked with Madden, and that's when I started to understand more game. As I play, I'm like, man, this is interesting. This is like jiu-jitsu. And people be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, man, just think about it. To become a great quarterback, it takes a long time. And what does he try to do? He needs to master his playbook. Inside of his playbook, he has all the formations: split back, shotgun, special teams, different formations. And all those formations will lead to different plays according to how the defenses position themselves. So when the quarterback gets to the line of scrimmage, he's gonna look to all his players and he's gonna say like, hey, let's make sure that everyone had their key points. They're all in their position where they're supposed to be lined up. Is everybody ready to go? And then you snap the ball, and then now you can look around where you're going to attack. If maybe he's looking and one of the linemen are just hanging out, not doing anything, be like, yo, wake up, you're gonna get me killed here. Lined up, because if you're not ready to defend yourself, you're not ready to attack. So now that everyone's lined up properly, now let's see what you have based on how the defenses position themselves, because they're gonna have their patterns as well, and then start and snap the ball. How we can transfer this to the jiu-jitsu, because you will be building your playbook as well, because you need to think as your brain is your quarterback and your body parts are your players. Arms, feet, hip, head, whatever is going to be utilizing for a specific formation. And you need to make sure we've been talking about key points and make sure that every position is lined up where it's supposed to be. So the same way that in football you have all those different formations, shotgun or special teams or whatnot, in jiu-jitsu, you have mount, you have back, half guard, 50-50. They're all different systems itself that you need to master. And of course, it takes a long time. So a word that I use a lot when I teach, it's understanding patterns. Because let's talk about the mount system. You mount someone, there's a key points to maintain the mount. So now we need to understand all the ways in and out of the mount. How do I maintain? How do I get out? What are the common patterns? If I'm on the top, what are the common patterns of the person on the bottom? Because maybe someone's just defending like this and you try to force something that, man, is just not there, you know? Or maybe the opponent start reaching. Maybe he turns. All those reactions, you're gonna have a specific response to it. And this is gonna be for so many different systems. For example, maybe you're there, you maintain, and then your opponent turn his back. So now right away, boom, back system, how you maintain the back. How do you escape the back? High percentage escapes, high percentage finish, all based, are you leaning to the strong side, weak side? Understanding that back system is huge. And then this is gonna be with a lot of different techniques as well. And when you play in guard, for example, the same way that if the quarterback about to snap the ball, he look and he doesn't like how things are going, he's going to audible and play maybe something else, try a different formation. In jiu-jitsu, sometimes someone's shutting you down. There's nothing really, they're not giving you any openings, and I'm like, man, I need to do something else, maybe playing a guard, and they shut it like, you know what? We need to audible, let's play a different formation. Maybe you're playing the spider, now you're playing the La Riva, or you're playing the La Riva, and now we're switching to beating bolo system. So, because sometimes one play from one specific guard can lead to a different system. So it comes down to how well can you put all the different systems that you know together, because in jiu-jitsu, nothing it's guaranteed. Nothing, it's 100% guaranteed your money back. It's all based on who you going against. How much do they know? So it's about high and low percentage moves, because if as soon as about to start the play, snap the ball, the quarterback looks and see one guy like this, waiting for the ball, one wide receiver just doing this, and then look at the other side, there's like 3 guys covering this dude. So it's gonna be like, who should I go with? Is this guy here, the opening waving, guaranteed? No, but odds are in your favor. That window is open right now. Maybe you're looking, and then I go. It's not guaranteed. Maybe he can overthrow, he can fumble, or you just wait too much and then someone comes in, boom, cover, whoop, that window closes. In jiu-jitsu, the same way. That could have one guy inside the guard, like really putting the arms, trying to choke him from inside the guard. I'll be like, hey, what are the options you have here? You can try to go for the arm, which is right there. This is the guy like this. Or you can try to go for a choke, which is like, man, odds are against you. There's a really good chance it's not gonna happen. Nothing's impossible. But it comes down to who you playing against. Is NFL against high school? Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Be lazy, but if you have NFL against NFL, or in jiu-jitsu, be like 2 solid competitors, they will take advantage. They will find the windows and they will explore it. So of course it comes down to who you're going against. So I'm gonna show one example, just how you can start building your playbook. Because very often it happens, people that maybe you're watching this, you're a white belt or maybe a blue belt, still trying to figure your game out, and I end up having people that they know moves, but they don't have a game. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but some people just something like, oh, I know this move from here, or no. You need to understand the system. What are you trying to accomplish in this system? What is your opponent trying to accomplish in this system? So as you start to break down, this would be a great way for you to implement in your game, even though maybe your instructor has a different approach. Is that something that you can start building that may, compare using this plus the information from your instructor, plus there's so many good people teaching online as well, and you can start to custom-made your own playbook. Okay, everyone, so today my helper is going to be my son, Jonathan Dantas, and I'm just going to give a suggestion of how you can start building your own playbook. So I'm going to give an example that I always like to give with a spider guard, which is always a good example, but you can try to transfer this the best way to any system you want, maybe even 50-50. That's definitely a system that competitors need to know. Even if you don't like to play, you need to know how to deal with it. You understand the patterns of what people are trying to do, what are the foot locks, what the arm bars, what submissions, what sweeps. How, it's a system they need to master. So whatever system you like to implement in your playbook, which some of them are, there's no other way around. You must have them solid. Some, if it's not your game, you can, but like build your custom-made playbook. So the example that I'm going to use is from the spider. So if we're here playing, it depends how you play. Some people with the lasso, some people not. But let's say I do have the lasso. Now, as soon as I got all my key points, right? I said, okay, guys, everyone line up. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got all the 4 key points here, right? As soon as I stay here, I need to analyze, look at the field. What do we have? Is there any openings? Is there opening? I'm going to try to take advantage. But now, with my partner lined up on my opponent with this leg forward, it might be a different attack than if he's leaning this one. So that's why I don't want to be like, oh man, and this is when years and years ago, I didn't have, of course, the same amount of tools. My playbook was a lot smaller. But sometimes, this is my favorite side. I do better when the guy puts the other leg forward, and I'll be waiting, and nothing happening. That window would never open. So I need to make sure that, hey, I need to have different answers for different reactions that he's going to throw at me. So if I'm here and this leg is forward, be like, okay, anytime, and this is good to drill and to visualize as well. So if I'm here, like, okay, what's a good attack from here? I can hook, boom, spin, take him that way. So the point today is not to actually show the techniques, just see the patterns. Or maybe now he's leaning with the other leg. So I'm right here, I'm like, can I go to a triangle or omoplata from here? Great, but what about the window is closed? It's just, I'm going and he's doing a good job. Maybe I go shin on shin. That maybe can open the door for other things. So now, what about the knees up and one knee's down? So maybe this one here, and you don't like to sweep this way. You like to get the other leg. Like, what can I do? Can I go shin on shin? Maybe you can say, you know what? I want to audible. I want to play a different system. Maybe you go to a quick de la riva, and then you want to go to a berimbolo. Now we get into a different system. Now he puts the other knee up. So this is the most common sweep from a basic sweep from spider. Boom, hit him that way. What about both knees are down? So just here, same thing. What I'm gonna try to do, basic sweep, triangle omoplatas. So as you can see, just here, I just mentioned 5 situations that can happen with spider. And I'm not even talking so much about the different grips. What about he's just grabbing pants, or maybe he's grabbing the collar, maybe collar and pants. So we're gonna have a lot of different reactions. So my suggestion to you is start building your own playbook and understand the ways in and out of what it takes to shut your game down. Because this is one of the things that I mentioned at the top 10 mental mistakes jiu-jitsu competitors make, and one of them is the fear of making costly mistakes. And usually the fear comes in when you're forced out of your comfort zone. You're playing, as long as you're playing your guard, everything's going smooth, and you try and get him out of balance, you're fine. The problem is when you go in and everything is solid. There's no open, there's no window open. It's not giving you any chance. And sometimes you start like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? No, if I go, he may pass, I may lose. No, I'm gonna wait. So many matches that I've lost, or maybe you have lost before because you didn't go out of your comfort zone, and at the end, I'm like, why I didn't go for it? I should have gone. So understand what it takes to shut you down. So when you run into the position, you understand the pattern. Like, man, if someone gives me this right here, and I cannot open the window, I have to audible. I have to do something else, either a different place, or maybe even a different formation. And this is something, the only way you're gonna do is developing your positional awareness, being aware of the windows, and playing like a quarterback of like, hey, this is my system, this all the ways in and out, this is what my opponent is trying to accomplish, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. And I like to call the matrix, when everything's slowed down and you can have this 100% awareness of positional awareness. So understand, like, this is what I'm doing and I'm watching what the other one's doing. Because in the beginning, maybe you're a white belt or blue belt, is still developing your game, and sometimes you focus so much on like, what I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm not even paying attention to what the other person is doing. Or you're just paying attention to the other person, like, oh, he's doing this, doing that, and I forget about mine. And you gotta do both. Positional awareness is for both, for myself and for your opponent as well. So hopefully this information helps you to start custom-made your own playbook. This is something that has been working for a lot of people to explain. Hopefully it makes sense to you, even though maybe you don't like American football, but it's something that a concept, just to have an idea that systems, understanding systems. I teach in my academy only by systems, because there's a difference of knowing positions and having a game. There's a big difference. Like, oh, I know, it's like going to a game like, oh yeah, from that formation, yeah, I know this play. Oh, from that formation, I know that play. No. You want to compete and high level, yeah, good luck. Or even if you don't like to compete, but you want to get the best of you when you train, it's not going to go too well. Understand that you need to build a system that works for you according to your limitations, your flexibility, or anything. Just build everything around you. So this is not a formula, one fits all. It's just understanding that there are systems, and your job is to master your own playbook. So any question you guys have, you guys can send me a message, info@thebjjmentalcoach.com. You can take a look at my website, thebjjmentalcoach.com. Check us out on Facebook, also on Instagram, Gustavo Dantas BJJ, and I'm also just getting to Snapchat as well, Gustavo Dantas JJ, and I see you guys soon.